Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn, and today we've got more of the colony to expand to. Our big goal today will be to try to get over to this whole forest of trees over here, as that's going to give us a little bit more resources, but we've got a couple of other things to do. And to start off, we're going to go ahead and toss in a couple houses. There we go, because we will need the beavers. Right now we're up 6, but as you can see, we've got some stuff that's paused all over the map. So as soon as those come back on, we'll need the beavers again. We'll go ahead and speed it up. Other things that we've got, we're still working on our aqueduct here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and detonate that. Let's go ahead and get these out of here. And start here. We'll get those in, that in. We've got some dynamite here we can take out. And then we'll want to go ahead and grab these trees if we can, because every tree is helpful right now. We'll put you there. Let's make sure we've got a path to get there. All the way over here, here. We can't quite turn on the prioritize yet. Let's get those down. We'll get those down. These here. We'll get a ladder so we can get up there to flatten those out. And on the aqueduct itself, we're going to have to go, let's see, it's right there. So let's go 1. Let's get those started for now until we can get all these trees out of here. Over here, I would like to be able to keep some of this water. In fact, I'd like to turn this on and go ahead and just plant some stuff. Let's see. We'll do spatter dock. We don't need this road down here anymore, do we? Nope. They can take the high road. Here we go. There's that out of there. There's that out of there. We don't need this or that anymore, so we can get a couple of goods back from there. Any more roads? Nope. Let's go ahead and get our crops in there. Let's do spatter dock. We'll do about there. We'll do cattail about right here. And then let's go in. We'll get in a water dump, even though these will be outdated hopefully by the end of this, but we'll have to see if we can make it that far. Let's put in a pit tank here just for the extra water. We'll get another one of those here and do another pit tank next door. There we go. We're going to want some storage for this stuff, so let's grab about some warehouses. Could we do a pit warehouse? No, let's do regular warehouses. Small warehouses for now. For all of those, let's come up here. And I want this place for some trees. In fact, there's a couple of things that we need to do here. Go ahead, put in a forester. And then a little bit down the road here, I want to get in one of these special efficient irrigation towers. Now, will this area need irrigated after this? Not necessarily, but that's not the reason I'm putting it in. The reason I'm putting it in is because it has an option to add some growth. Well, actually, I guess subtract growth? Make the growth faster for trees in this area, and we're going to use that hopefully to get a little bit extra lumber here. So let's toss in maybe one here, maybe one here, and then we will put in some storage for the logs. Let's see, we'll do pitch. No, I need the pile, don't I? Hit pile. There we go. There's that. Those are in. We're going to want to knock down this eventually as well. So let's go ahead, toss some dynamite on that, toss it on there, get all of those, and then we'll come back and work our way into the mountains. We'll say oak. We need a whole lot of oak, so let's just get this whole area covered in oak. Oh, this needs water, so you're going to be an obtain. Same thing with you. Water, obtain. Oh, look at that. We've got dynamite here. I need to dynamite this out, don't I? So that we can finish up this. There we go. They'll come in, replace all that. We'll probably cut these trees out of there. Don't want these 2 trees, so they can go. There we go. That area ought to be good for now. Oh, let's get the storage while we're here. This is going to be for cattail roots, and it'll be a supply. And this one can be for the spatter dock, and it'll be the supply for that. There's our supply. So we'll let them get to planting there. Everything over there is looking good. We're crossing back by our bridge, so we might as well put in a couple more of the pieces of track here. There we go. We'll keep getting that across. This we don't need anymore, but I want to get over to here. So let's start working our way that way. We'll get a platform here so that we can get across here. We'll come through here and say, let's cut all of these trees out of here. We'll cut all of these trees. We'll cut all of these trees and those. And eventually we will cut all of those trees. To get there, though, we're going to need a piece of dynamite. Let's get that in there. Come out and around. Wind through these trees that are already there. Maybe something like this, and then come across right here. I could do bridges or something, but I'm just going to build a ladder, and they can go down and then back up over here. We'll do that here. Get in our paths and platforms. There we go. From there, and then we're going to do, I think, 4 different ones here so that we can take this down as quickly as possible. And we're going to need one down here to get those trees. So we'll let them build through that. Oh, I got to get another, grab one of those. We'll get one of these in here. Let's get the metal scavenger flag. Oops, right there. There we go. They can pull in all of this. And then we need more trees taken out over here. Go ahead, we'll put in a tree place. Let's go right there. We'll wind our way into the hills here and maybe make a path so that we can get around the other way. Let's need a stair, not a stair, a ladder. We need a ladder. There we go. Now, we've got that in there. We'll connect those in once they get some more of this down. Do I have cut trees for this? There we go. We'll get rid of all of those and those and that, those, and maybe these and these, and even all of these. So we've got a large portion of the map set to cut. So hopefully we keep up with our trees. It's going to take a little bit, but let's go check over here. Looks like this guy's all done, so we're done there. I do want to switch out these piles. We've got a ton of logs right here, but I would like more. So what we're going to do is I'm going to delete that because it still keeps all of those extra logs in piles there, and we're going to make a large pile for these, or an underground pile, I guess you could say. Let's make that a little more important. We'll go with logs. We'll go with, this should be an obtain. Actually, I want to do the same thing here. We'll get one of these for all the scraps that we have, because we have a lot of scraps, but we have a lot that needs picked up around the map as well. So we'll say those two are fairly important. I'm going to turn these off until we have something else that we need to use them for. And then over, oh, good selected. Oh, I forgot to set this as logs, so good time to come over here and do that. We'll set those as a supply. Let's go ahead and set that as a logs supply too. There we go. Supply. Oh, they've already got the dynamite in up here. We've got a decent amount, so they should be able to get a lot of this dynamite in pretty quickly. Let's get this in here. And these. Let's make sure there's somebody here to plant trees. It doesn't make much sense to have all of this extract being used up here, but nobody to actually plant trees up here. So we'll go ahead, we'll get that out of there. I do want to get up here though, so let's toss in our ladders. 1, 2. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll toss in dynamite up here. We'll say cut trees here. We'll say once those are in, we'll turn these back on. That should be good. We've got a little bit here. I don't know if there's, yeah, there's people in there, so hopefully that water stays up. Looks like we're pretty full on water. This is all full. This area is full, so we're doing okay here. this little guy needs to get this metal up here, and he'll need to get that one down here, but he's going to need a ladder to get up here. So we'll put those two in. Are those marked to cut? Yep, they sure are. And then we can also go ahead and dynamite this down so that he can get in there. We can dynamite that too. There we go. This guy looks like he's done for the day, so we'll go ahead and tell him to go home. While we're over here in this industrial district, though, we did set up for some large warehouses here. So let's go ahead, get our first dynamite field in here. I could do these with the larger dynamite, and it might be a little bit quicker, but it might also not be because I don't have a ton of extract coming in, and all of the larger dynamite requires that extract. So we'll just do one layer at a time, and we'll leave the stairs near the beginning here so that we can just dynamite those down. Over here, it looks like they haven't worked their way quite across yet, but this guy has started. While we're here, I'd also like to get in, let's see, some levees, because I want to block this off. Not that it's going to block the bad water off, but eventually I think we're going to cap this. So we need to be able to make sure that that cap doesn't go underwater and become unusable. So we'll go ahead and do that. If it was a regular cap, I could probably do that just fine, but it's going to be the collector cap whenever we get it. So it doesn't fare well underwater, I don't believe. Over here, let's check back on our... There we go. They've got a couple of things done over here. Good work, guys. Let's take this down. You can take a break for a minute. Go ahead and detonate you. We're going to need another one there. Go ahead and get this in here. Hopefully we can get all of this in today. Once those are in, I would like to do something like this. Let's see if we can get some side platforms here. We'll do 3s. And then can we do a 4 from here? No, because there's something in the way. But we might be able to fix that. So let's drop another dynamite here and we'll work on that as it goes. Do we need to take this tree out? I don't think we need to take that tree out, so we'll leave it for now. Go ahead and get those in. And then I want to make sure those get some dynamite. Let's check the dynamite at this end. Look at that. They've got those in. Let's get this and get those free trees right there. Let's make this high and high so they get those. We'll do this. I want that as high priority when it's done in there. They can fill that back up. Over here, they've already got some of the trees planted. Let's get those in there. Looks like our... Go ahead and get that in there. They've only got 2 trees to cut down, so hopefully it doesn't take them too long to cut that down. Our farm is going pretty well, though. They've got all the stuff in. We'll see if here in just a day or so, if that all comes back. Hey, look at that. They've got the dynamite in. We'll go ahead, put this path in so this guy continue cutting down trees and they can build out this way. Back over here. Did they get both of those in? Look at that. They did. Okay. So they're going to have to pick up this stuff. Let's say pick up that stuff real quick, guys. And down here, they should be able to get a lot of this stuff. We don't need those. Let's make a ladder so they can get up to this. There we go. It's all looking pretty good. So far, so good. Over here, they're okay. The bad water's going the right way. They've got the dynamite in here. We'll go ahead, take that out of there. They've got the metal coming out of there. Get the dynamite in here. We'll get dynamite in here. We'll put dynamite here, but we won't blow it up until he's got that metal there. So let's get to that. Do I have those marked as cut? Well, that one I didn't particularly have marked as cut, but everything else is. Let's go here and here. So far, so good. So while we're here, let's take a look at some of the stuff we've got over here. We have our 2 grilled potatoes, but we have chestnuts now. So I think we need to put in a couple for those, and then we're going to have a spatter duck. We don't have a ton right now, so I'm only going to really plan for one at the moment, but if we need a second one, we'll get a second one. Also, over here, well, first of all, I noticed that we could... Nope, we don't want a path, we want a ladder. If I were to put a ladder right here, I could put more trees down here, which is what we'll do. We'll get some trees, and then I want another one of you, and we'll fill this area in with trees too. This one, I'm going to switch over to maple pastries so that we can get started on those. We should have all the ingredients. We just need to actually get them cooked. And we'll put a nice tank here for our maple syrup so they don't have too far to go. There we go. There's our maple pastries. Eventually, we'll come back for the cattail crackers, but we don't have much. Well, we do have the stuff set up for them. We'll just have to come back and figure out where it needs to go there. Oh, stop in and take a look at the bridge. We'll get this done eventually, I know. And then we'll take the train up and around to pull in some other stuff. Look at that. They've got all that done. We can actually blow all this up. They should still be able to get to those because they're only one block up. There we go. In fact, let's do this. We'll set this all as detonate. Let's go ahead. Tell them to cut these trees out of here. I have a feeling... Nope, they can get to those trees too. So, free trees are free. Let's go ahead and get those out of there. Put you in there. You, and you can all have trees in you. You can have a tree. Did I set these to supply? Yeah, I sure did. So, we're actually not too bad there. We've got 2 beavers not doing anything. Oh, that's because this isn't built yet. Well, we'll pause you. What about you? Nothing to do in range. Are you the forester? Yep, you are the forester. This is good to go. No, we could use probably a small... Well, do I want a small pile? How about medium pile? Do that. We'll set it for trees, and we'll set it for supply. And we'll set the haulers to come and get most of those when they're done. So that should be good to go. How's our... Hey, our first level on our large storage place is done. So let's get that out of there. We've got this to go. Oh, actually, I'm going to have to put in a ladder right there. Because they're going to actually have to get down there. Beavers don't yet fly, not in this particular version. So we'll let them keep working on that. Over here, they are just working along. Oh, there was something I wanted to do here. Let's see if we can get some explosives in here so that eventually we can put in another smelter once it's done. We've got a lot of this going. They've got a lot of that going. How are they doing over here? Well, this looks pretty good. Eventually, we're going to take some underground pipes and do the underground pipe to over here, which the underground pipes come with a nice mod that let's take a break and take a look at all that mod gives us. Today on our mod break, we're going to be taking a look at the water extension mod, which is working in both update 5 and now update 6, along with some extra items in update 6, which we're not quite getting to yet until we get to update 6. One of the first nice things that came with the water extension mod were the one-way valves, which function a lot like the sluices do in Update 6 and let water out of the bottom of your dam instead of the top of your dam. So if you've got an episode or an Update 5 colony and you'd like to use something like the sluices, you could use these here, or there's always the possibility of the powered ones, which even the high-powered one can lift water up one block and go from there. Another nice addition in this particular add-on is the universal powered levees. They also have some regular powered levees if you don't want to go with the universal ones, but the universal ones let you transfer power through your levee into various different things. Of course, you could transfer them into the various pumps that were going here from other parts, or if you have other things where the reservoir that you've made may block your path to other areas, you could simply go through the bottom of it through a powered levee and come out the other side, and of course then have power coming out your levee. Another item that you get in this mod is the ability to add these long pipes. And I know in the new update, you're actually able to almost make your own pipes out of levees. And the update 6 version does include some new stuff that looks like you could make your own pipes on it. However, this one's super efficient to make, gets your water right where you want to go, and works great for overground levees and canals. The other thing that it has are these underground pipes, where, as you can see, it connects underground over to here, and then you have all of this land in between that you don't have to worry about, and it puts out this nice water over here, skips that whole area as long as they have power. Now, for me, there was a little bit of confusion about what the difference is between the pipe outlet, the powered version, and the one-way valve. They almost seem to do the same thing. To me, I was hoping that the pipe outlet would continue to push water through and maybe fill up this regardless, but it doesn't seem to do that. So for the most part, I use just the one-way valves. There is a version of the valve that is one above. However, it won't push water uphill, so if the water is lower than this pipe here, you actually don't get water. All of this second level water is coming from the high-powered, which does require 250 power to run. However, that will pump it one block uphill. So just something to keep in mind in case you want your water just to move up slightly and still be able to pull from a reservoir behind it. Another one of the unique features of this are the water towers. Now, if you remember long ago, there was a water tower for the folktales in the base game, but they've since taken it out because, well, it just was not very good. That is not the case with these three, however. They can really make a difference. They don't use as much water, and they have some very nice special attributes. Your small tower here gives you just a little area of irrigation, probably about as much as a 3x3, maybe a little less than that, but it also grants you some extra movement speed and a little bit of extra carry capacity as well. So if you have these in the beginning game, that'll help the people that pass through this area carry just a little bit more stuff. The medium one has a very nice, unique tribute that I've been waiting to see for a long time. Not only does it give you this larger area that it can irrigate, however, when you have extract, you can actually set it to use the extract to decrease the growth time of the trees around it. The big irrigation tower is really nice because it can irrigate almost a quarter of the map if you place it correctly. However, now they've added where it does need power to do that, and it doesn't have any really benefits beyond that. However, as you can see, the area is absolutely massive, plus it is very water efficient. And the last of the items I'm going to talk about with this specific mod is actually a new type of pump for your water. Now this one pulls in 15 water every 2/3 of an hour, which approximately is about 2 of the large pumps. Now, it's definitely a late game item because it requires bots to work in. It requires some extra pine to keep working. However, it does give that bot extra carry capacity to carry all of the water out. Plus, it can hold 450 water on its own, so it's very unlikely that a hauler can't come and pick up some of this water before it gets full and has to stop. So it's very nice also in the fact that you can put it at the bottom of your reservoir and then just leave it. You don't have to worry about running out of water upstream because this will be right at the maximum depth, or should be at the maximum depth of your reservoir, pulling in water for you. Overall, there's a lot going on with this mod, and I'm looking forward to picking it back up in Update 6 to see what it can do when you've added in the extra new dimensions of what the water can do in Update 6. So that was a good look at what we're going to try and put in here. Let's take this dynamite out. We'll hit that one too while we're here. Let's go ahead and put in the platform. Let's see. side platform. We're going to put, hopefully that one goes in here. There we go. Now we can plan on getting more of these. There we go. We can do 4 of those. And the power. There we go. And this one, and they should still be able to get back over there. We'll even put that one in until they get the rest of that built. So we can take out this. There we go. Take out you. Now the plan here is to put in an underground pipe. There we go. We could do the overground, but we have to clear out a lot more stuff. As you can see, there's still a little bit of dynamiting that needs done, and what this will do is transfer water from this channel over to this one over here, where we can then lift it up and hopefully fill up this aqueduct. We'll go ahead and get the dynamite going for that. Let's see if we can get those in and that in. And do we need any more over here? No, I think that was the right height there, so we just kind of got to wait for them to get that taken care of. While we're waiting, though, we don't need that anymore. Let's go ahead and detonate that out of there. We'll get somebody back in here to take out those couple of trees. Down the aqueduct itself, we've got that. They can take out that last one. It really doesn't matter too much on the aqueduct side. We don't need this path or this ladder. There we go. Now that's opened up. They're doing okay on the dynamite over here. Hear that beaver a little bit and have some dynamite go off right next to them. Sorry about that. They probably can't hear very well at the moment, but that's okay. Over here, looks like our guy is finally done, so let's get rid of that one. He can go find a new job. We'll go ahead and detonate this out. Those can all go. There we go. We need to add a dynamite here. And then we can cut those 2 trees out, and hopefully that will let us get in there. I don't know for sure if the water tower will help fight this bad water, but if it does, great. If it doesn't, we'll go ahead and fix that at some point too. We'll find a way to make sure that all that bad water doesn't affect trees in here. Oh, I don't want dynamite. I don't want dynamite. I want trees. There you go. When you can finally plant those, go ahead and plant them. They've got all of this. Who's out of... Oh, this guy's done already. We'll get him out of there. We had one beaver that, while they were building this, for some reason, instead of walking out on the perfectly safe pier here, they decided that they wanted to walk down into this. I'm not sure why. We'll go ahead and take this out of here. I don't want you in there anymore. And I do want to look into this. We're going to do the bad water rig, which will give us pretty much as much bad water as we'll ever need out of just the one. Plus, until I put the ladder in there, they shouldn't be able to get down into that bad water anymore. So we'll let them go out and around here for now. Let them take care of all of that. How have they done over here? Not bad. They're getting through the forest, but not quite as quickly as I hoped they would. What about over here? Ah, look at that. We'll go ahead and prioritize this so they don't have to take the logs all the way back across the map. And then we can go around over to here. And we can set up a couple more, just in case we have some extra beavers there too. There we go. Those are, yep, those are set to cut. And they can drop those logs off as well. And this guy looks almost done. I wonder if he's getting into this bad water over here. Probably. We'll go ahead and pause him so that they can go ahead and get those logs out of there. Now, since we do have some unwell beavers, I want to see if we can look into maybe getting a hospital, because that does not... nope, it's an herbalist for them. Let's toss you... How about down the road here? There we go. We can finally do something with those dandelions, and I believe what it makes is a liquid, yes. So let's get a storage place, just a small storage, because I'm hoping we don't need too much of that. Let's go ahead, put 2 small storages there for him. While we have some extra beavers, let's put a couple of these in. And I also want to move these away from not the injured beavers. Well, technically the injured beavers, but I want to move these out of the way here. Get a couple more of them in there because we're gonna remove these. Again, not the injured beavers. Want to remove the actual, there we go. And we're gonna start filling these in with more of these. In fact, we need to do this, for this particular layer. And we'll set those once those are all built. It usually takes a little bit. We'll add a little bit more well-being, so maybe they can move a little faster. How about some decoration? Maybe a bulletin pole. A lot of them go through there. We'll put a bulletin pole in there. What else could we do? We could do scarecrow. Do we want to do a scarecrow there? You know what? Why not? Let's do a scarecrow there. Keep whatever crows they might have out of the carrot fields, I guess. They can take care of all of that. Oh, look at this. I keep forgetting about this. I need to get this in here so we can get another factory to make us some more metal blocks. But actually, our metal blocks aren't doing too bad at the moment. In fact, we could probably use a little bit more scrap. Don't think we quite need to turn on the mine yet, but it's getting close. So hopefully that'll be soon. Get another tree in there for when it's not a bad tide. They've got all of that taken care of. Everything here is going pretty well. Let's take out this last one. And they've got most of this out of there, so we can take those out. A nice explosion there. They can come pick that up. And we'll put more trees in under this is influence, so we can get a little bit more lumber out of them. There's no trees that have grown up yet, but oh, you know what? I put these as supply, but I forgot to tell them where to supply it at. So let's get a couple more of these in here. First off, what are you? You're lemons. Let's get chestnuts in here because I know we need those. Chestnuts. Obtain. And we're going to get a large place for chestnuts. We'll need one for the maple pastries, and we'll need one for the spatter dock. Eventually, we'll need one for the cattail crackers too, won't we? Yep. So let's just go ahead and plan for all of that. Get you in there. Looks good. Now we need a place for... You're going to have grilled chestnuts. There should be a place for chestnuts right there. You're going to be for the grilled chestnuts, and you can be a supply of those. You've got all of those in there. You're going to need spatter dock. Oops, I've got that one set as chestnuts too. Let's get you set for spatter dock. We need a place to store some spatter dock around here. Let's see. Well, we could do... How about... let's put a couple in here. We had some in there before, and it looks like it dies off quite often. So it's a little ways down the road, but it should be okay. We'll put the spatter dock in here. Spatter dock, and we'll say obtain. We'll drop this one off, and we'll say you are for... we'll put two things of spatter dock down there, just in case we ever need them. They've got all of those in there. I would like to get our places for injury up a little bit faster because we're getting a couple of injured beavers here, and we've got one more that's contaminated. They're wandering somewhere in a bad tide. I'm not sure where yet, but we'll find them. Hey, look, our power supply for the aqueduct is in. Our actual explosives for it aren't, though, so maybe we'll get those in here before too long. Let's take a look. We've got our trees in. We've got this in. Do we have our railway finished yet? No. No. We've got that. We've got this over here. We're looking good. That rig I'm going to set to really low because I don't want it to consume all of our resources, but if they've got the resources, they might as well build it. What are we missing? Oh, they've already got this forest cleared out, so let's go ahead, take that out of there, take that out of there. They can finish up whatever's left. should be good to go. We've got another layer here on our dynamite. Let's go ahead and get the dynamite back in here. And again, I'm going to have to put a ladder here so that they can get down there for the rest of it. Everything else looks like it's going pretty smoothly. Everything around here is working where we want. So we will take a quick break and we'll come back and see what is left to do here before we end for the day. Well, this got built before we were able to get this in here, but it's okay. It's only overflowing a little bit, so we'll just make the path go up and around the water and get rid of that other path there so they don't accidentally go through it. Our guy here is done, so we can come up here and finish off this path. There we go. We'll get you in there, and we'll say, let's do another flag here. Connect you in down here, and then hopefully we can come across right here. And that, well, if we can point the path through here, there we go. We'll just say they need to take down all those trees before we can finish all the other stuff. This looks good to go. This guy is all done. We can actually take that out of there. Wheat fields are looking good. We've got some bad water coming in still. Our mountain here is almost done. There we go. So hopefully these trees start growing pretty quickly. Our aqueduct is actually cleared out. We've got the last two pieces there for the upper level. We just need to get some more in there. And we'll get those last ones in there. Once those are in, we can build our other place here, our underground pipes, to get it over there. In fact, let's make that a little bit more important so they finish that here pretty quickly. Where do I have no good selected? Is that you? No. It is kind of hard to see that sometimes. Let's see. It's on this row, so it's going to have to be the maple pastries, and we will paint there. That takes care of that. We've got 2 injured beavers, but we've got a little bit of a hospital going on, so that's not so bad. I'm going to set these down a little bit so that other things that might need them, yep, we'll just keep the building area ready to go over here. They are finally getting more and more food, which is raising our well-being, which is pretty nice. They've got the bulletin board in here in case they've got anything going on, along with the bulletin scarecrow. I guess he's the guy that you ask if you have questions about the bulletin pole or what's on the bulletin pole, maybe. I'm not sure how that works. I've never actually stopped to check anything on a bulletin board, so let's get rid of those. We'll finish trying to get rid of this. We've got that. These have to get out of there, so I'm just going to say remove you. Even though we could use those for extra trees, I just want them to get out of there. We're filling up our tree storage, but it looks like we might actually need an extra one. I might put one in down here just to help cut out some of these trees for the time being. Oh, they've got the dynamite there already. We can plant some more here. We will probably do another one of those growth towers in here at some point, but we probably won't get to that today. How is our storage? Our storage went ahead and got done there. There we go. We've got all of that taken care of. I do want to try and take down this mountain here because I would like to get some of the bot production in here. So I tell you what, let's put in a ladder. We can take out these ladders. There we go. There we go. They can come and pick those up. And I will mark with a road what I want to keep here because I don't want to accidentally blow up something here and then have a bunch of bad water flowing out onto that. So we'll get that taken care of. We've got everything going here. Let's get this last of our dynamite over here. We've got a couple layers to go in over here. Did they finish up this for us yet? Ah, good. They did. So let's go ahead, get in that dynamite, and now we're going to grab the underground pipes. The 10. There we go. And I chose the high one. That way it will fill up all the way to this second one so that we know that when we take the water from there using, oh, let's just do this. There, that the pump should always be in water that way, unless this whole thing, of course, runs out of water. Also, if it floods over, it's not a big deal. So we've got that taken care of. They will need some power, so let's get at least a little bit of power up here. Let's do this, this. I can do one here. And let's just do some regular old platforms here. What are these? Too high? Too high is there. Do this, and we'll put a slight... There shouldn't be a lot of need for power storage there, so let's just do a... Where's our... There it is. We're just going to do one of these. Well, it won't let us do one of those. We can do it there, though. We'll do that, and we'll put in one dynamite there, and hopefully that's enough power storage. As for the path to get to all of these, let's do that. Do I need any other paths? Nope. Let's connect them in. We'll connect them in this way and this way, and we'll put a couple turns in here. We'll just start with, how about you? And then we'll do one more of these, get that in there. We don't need that one. And that should be a pretty solid base for us. We can get those because they can still come around here. Looks like I might need to take out these trees, which I wasn't anticipating, but not a problem. We'll just toss a ladder in there. There we go. And then we'll say just get rid of those trees. And we should be good to go there. So hopefully, with the help of our underground pipe, that should be able to bring water up and all the way across here. And then we'll keep this full, but hopefully also we'll be able to keep this full down here, and we can eliminate these fluid dumps. One, they use a lot of water and they use a beaver, but also it would just be nice if it were automated and they didn't have to have water brought to them all the time. So, oh, we almost forgot our dynamite here. So they'll get that last one, and we'll get some more pastries put in there. But I think that's going to do it for today. We've made it pretty much all the way across the map, it looks like. We've got quite a bit done here. These guys aren't needed. We've got everything cleared out. We're just setting up for the next stage of everything that we need to do. In fact, we've got that one we can take out before we go. But as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time.